Science education, fitness too. Molecular Mom's got it all for you.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today on this episode of Molecular Mom. So today I wanted to do a little something different. I'm going to review a children's book that's actually was published by Cold Spring Harbor. They have a series of these science books, and yes, I'm one of those moms that like to force their kids into learning science. So the first book I wanted to talk to you about is Have a Nice DNA. And so this book is a basic book to talk to your kids about what DNA is and the basics of molecular genetics. And it's a really good book. Even my 3.5-year-old picked this book up and wanted to read this book. And of course he can't grasp it, but it has some really good pictures in it. Taking you through what a cell is, cell structure, chromosomes, what your chromosomes are, some good images of actual cells and what they look like in the DNA, and what the base pairing is for your DNA and the structure, the double helix. And my 7.5-year-old, he has ADHD, but he really did enjoy this book, and even though he's jumping around, he was still asking the right questions, and the book is laid out in a way that is really intuitive, I think, to children, because my 7.5-year-old, again, he has ADHD, but when I was reading the book, he would actually get ahead of me asking questions, which the next sentence or the next paragraph was actually going to answer. So it was at sort of his level, and I would say that he's a very advanced for a 7.5-year-old. I would say that these books are good for even young teenagers, a 13, 14-year-old, so eighth grade to maybe sophomore in high school would maybe get something out of these books. But they have really good visualizations. And like with this particular image here, I was able to explain to him base pairing and how DNA is replicated, and he really did enjoy that and got it. He understood how the base pairing works and through these colors. And it went on and to cell division after that, and he really got this, and I was able to take him through this and ask him questions, and he was able to use his own intellect to figure out what these pictures meant and what was going on as I took him through it. So and then it goes on to, through the central dogma of molecular biology, DNA, RNA to protein. And so this visualization here takes you through translation. And so he really did understand that, and it has some little factoids about your DNA and explaining how we all have DNA, but we're different in cell division, and when you start off as one cell, and just a little bit about how it's used for forensics, and that we're all really made of stardust, so, and that all animals have DNA. So by the end of this book, my 7.5-year-old actually, I quizzed him, and he knew what the central dogma of molecular biology was, and this book really helped him to visualize it and better understand it. And I know that I personally was always a visual learner, so having a great illustrated kids book like this, I think can really help get kids excited about science, and I really recommend these. There's a series of them. They were published, I think it was the early 2000s. This particular one, actually, it was late 2000, so the text was 2002, manufactured in 2009. But it was compiled in 2002 by Cold Spring Harbor. So they have a few of these. They have some about germs and cell functions and organelles and things like that, and immune system. My son really liked that one. There was one about immune system too, Germ Zappers, I think it was called. So I would highly recommend a book like this, even if you don't know much about molecular biology or genetics yourself. Maybe you can learn a little something from this while you're teaching your kids about science. And I think it one of those things, if you expose them early on, it can get them excited and to get into the STEM fields. So I hope that some of you will, go out and get books like this. I want to say I do not have any connection to Cold Spring Harbor. I'm doing this just because I enjoyed this book and my kids enjoyed it too. And I think that it's valuable to get educational but fun books like this. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on our next episode of Molecular Mom.
Science education, fitness too. Molecular Mom's got it all for you.